Oh, let me tell you, if there is something that has really been a trouble, a thorn in the flesh in this generation, young adults, especially youths, is FOMO, fear of missing out. When I remember when I was a young Christian, when I was just, a babe, all that, I had not grown. And knowing who I am, me are the things that really troubles me, my self-consciousness and all that. Fear of missing out really really wrecked me, yeah, because I was motivated, I was doing things to fit in, to please people and all that. And that's basically what we're going to talk about. Let's have a conversation also in the comment box below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you haven't, for more faith-based videos like this. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. By the way, I'm doing a vlogmas, like posting every day this December. So if you haven't subscribed again, please subscribe, and also tune in every day. Especially I'm not sure, but 9 a.m. every day in the morning. So this one needs to go up today so that tomorrow, vlogmas day 8, you'll have it. So let's go straight to the point. The root, what's the root of all this? Because everything has like a root somewhere. When I remember myself, when even I had not given my life to Christ, when I was an unbeliever, I always had this, because I am so self-conscious. Yeah, a bad thing. And this was most of the time, or rather many other times where I felt so insignificant, and lack of fulfillment. I needed some satisfactory that I wasn't, I didn't feel it like I had it. Initially I filled this void with education. I loved education, I loved, studying and all that. I was a bookwormer, and uh getting good results, that really pumped me. And when education did go well with me, I remember I resorted to do music. I love singing and all that. So there's always something that I was looking for to feel in that, but the purpose behind it was so that I could feel, competent. I could feel relatedness with people, satisfying in a group of people, that I could bring something, that I could be recognized and all that. So most of the time, this fear of missing out, you're feeling insignificant. You're feeling you're not standing out, and you need to people to see you. And most of the time it's people pleasing, and you also trying to satisfy yourself. It's so self-centered. So this is mainly in you yourself feeling insignificant. You have a void that you're trying to fulfill, and that's why we are so scared of fear. Of We have this fear, we are scared of missing out. The things that now we try to bring into the picture so that they may fill this void, that they may satisfy us, they are all short lived. They appear to be so like good choices and all that. It makes us excited, makes us lively. We are listening to our hearts. We you know things are going on well, but most of this, not even most of the time, they are in this life. These choices, they are so short lived. They're so short lived, and we deem them as if they are, fulfillments, eternal, because we need to look at things that are long, that solutions that are long lived. They're not just for a span of time, but long lived. These, most of the time, they are short lived solutions. And we might be saying, oh, the end justifies the means, but we need to ask ourselves, when we are trying to satisfy these, physical pleasures and all that, are we really seeking that which is long lasting, or are we be searching these other things, these, materially, these, part-time solutions, and then end up in spiritual doom. So these are very short-lived solutions. And the next thing and final thing is, and this is a question, when it's all said and done, yeah, and we're going to look at the verse of the book of some couple of verses from Revelation 21. Actually, that was what I was in my quiet time. That was I was on the book of Revelation 21, and there's a verse there that says, it is done, it is done. And the question that we need to ask ourselves is, when it's all said and done, where will I be? What will happen to me? Do I know where I'll end up? So that's the main question that we should be asking ourselves when we're trying to look for this partial, not, they're just short-lived solutions and all that. What is the long run of all this? So when it's all said and done, where will I be, say 5, 10, 20, 100, 500 years from now? Where will I be? Is it worth it? What I am considering to be important now, what I am scared people would see, uh, I'm so awkward, I'm weird, and all that. The feeling that I am escaping from, the fear, this fear of missing out, is it worth it? What I am planning to do, and this lifestyle, these things that I am considering, is it really worth it? Because while I'm reading these verses, and I'll read shortly, is that we see there is a really good, long-lived, eternal perspective, solution to this fear of missing out, that you end up now having joy of missing out. You don't mind what people say. You don't mind about your emotions. The Bible tells us in Jeremiah, our hearts are deceitful and all that, so we cannot even trust our hearts, we cannot trust ourselves, we cannot trust our emotions. But we have the sovereign, the creator, the ruler of this earth, who we belong to, and who is calling us and showing us the right way. And when you seek this way and do what is right, do what is prescribed for us in the word of God, as Christians, and also we ourselves out there who have not received Christ, we are being extended this solution, so that we may consider and may choose, and live this life in worthy, a worthy life, a life that is meaningful for the glory and honor of God, and have hope, uh, with the surety of what will happen at the end of it all. And that's basically what I'm going to read in Revelation 21 verses 1 to 8. And I hope you'll be blessed. Let's continue the conversation in the comment box below, and let me know your thoughts there. Subscribe if you haven't, and also continue staying tuned for the next video tomorrow. And if you haven't watched the other two, I began this vlogmas late. There is about consistency as Christians, how myself I stay consistent in my walk with God, and also about prayer and concentrating on, does God answers the prayers of unbelievers and all that. So thank you so much, and see you to my next video. Bye. The book of Revelation, Chapter 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.